it feels like, though, that's such a weird, like, I walk into the locker room, and I'm like, all right, guys, here's the game plan. We're just going to try and chew as much clock as we can. Like, those guys are smart enough to know what that means, right? Yeah. Like, it just changes a little bit of the swagger when you walk in the room, where it's like, we can run the ball on them because we better, right? Yeah. Like, that's just a weird sales pitch.
Yeah, it is for sure. But it's something that, you know, I've been a part of those games before where it's, hey, this offense that we're on the other side of the ball, you know, on the other side of the field is a powerful offense. They're explosive. They can make big plays at any point in the game. We have to find a way to keep the ball out of their hands, keep the ball away from them. And if Notre Dame can do that and, you know, establish a run game, like I said, I think they at least give themselves a chance in the first half. I don't know if they can.
We just saw in the warm-up there, Jackson Smith and Jigba getting ready for this game. Anytime you've got a quarterback and an explosive receiver coming back, I always step back and say, man, it's going to be fun to watch, right? Like, because everybody has a little bit of vibe. Everybody has a little bit of rhythm. You know each other well. We talked earlier about Stetson Bennett's comfort, obviously, in this Georgia offense. But I think about C.J. Stroud coming in, you know, as you see there, 2021 Big Ten Player of the Year, 4th in Heisman voting. And people already have eyes on him on whether or not suck for Stroud should be a thing in the NFL. Like, everybody's enamored with him and will only become more enamored because he's got so many weapons to throw to that he's got relationships with.
Right. And that's the biggest thing as a quarterback, right, is having a relationship with your guys on offense, whether it's a running back, O-line, receivers, tight end, like being able to have that chemistry and to go out there and know what you're going to do before the play even starts, before it even happens, like that's big. And if they can create that chemistry and keep that chemistry going from last year, it's going to be a special year for Ohio State.
Now, the game is live on ABC at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. If you're watching us in the ESPN app, which is a fun place to do it, just know that you can authenticate. And if you authenticate, you can watch all the college football you want right here in the app. You never have to leave the app all day, and we've got you covered on digital platforms for shows like these before, during, and after football. So you can hang out here all day and check out the game. Are we going to do a pick here? You got a pick? You feel confident one way or the other?
Yeah, I'm going Ohio State by 27.
Okay, Ohio State by 27. Look, we don't see this game differently, honestly. Like, and I'll say this: like, I think Ohio State wins by around 30. It's been my comment repeatedly. I don't think that's a statement on Notre Dame, though. The one thing I would say is, like, let's wait a minute. Like, I think what we're reminded of right now is there are certain teams that, between the returning players that they have, where their offense is, where their sort of mindset is as a staff, continuity, which I think is tougher and tougher in college football. There are certain teams that early in the season I just think have a huge advantage. One was Georgia. One is Ohio State. One is some team that plays in a state that you're comfortable with. Like, I think sometimes we have to look at Alabama, Ohio State, and Georgia and say there's a reason that they continually restock, reload, and that they're able to start the season with a lot of momentum.
Oh, 100%. And I think Ohio State needs to come out, have a fast start, and really set the tone for the